This movie brought to you by the Freedom Collective and the Bali Files.
From the eyewitness reports we will hear today, this is what they saw, this is what they felt, and this is what they heard from the Bali Bombings 2002 on October the 12th. Have a listen now as we transcribe and narrate some of the eyewitness testimony of those who were actually there. The first person we're going to take a look at her statement is Julie Santoso, who was sitting talking with her Danish boyfriend in a Balinese bungalow that night, not far from the Sari Club in Kuta. A couple of nights before, also the same, but without that big sound of explosion. And showed him that big giant mushroom from the smoke. There was also Anna Nishida from WA, in her own words. We were sitting on our terrace in our bungalow about 600 meters from the location of the bombing. Then there was another one, even louder and stronger.
Must have been an earthquake.
With pure white smoke arising from it, in a mushroom form. Simon Quayle, the coach of the Kingsley Football Club from Perth, Western Australia, said this. In a millisecond. Blair Robinson, 23, of Port Fairy, Victoria, said, Then there was British tourist Matt Noyce in Bali, who had this to say. Scott Smithwick was in a nearby club and recalls the moment. Now, how's this for an eyewitness account? What if I was to tell you there was an Australian explosives expert from the Australian Army that witnessed the Sari Club bombing? Captain Rodney Cox was there also. His testimony is very interesting indeed. These, of course, were a small selection of eyewitness testimonies from Bali. You can get online and check out the osboyfile.realrepublic.com and check out a whole heap more. Online, you will actually find a research section, you will find a photo archive section, and every one of these pages that we have shown you today. You'll also see them there, and a whole lot more. A lot more eyewitness testimony to be read online. By going over the eyewitness testimony of what happened at the Sari Club that night, we can get a better picture, a greater understanding of what really occurred. We can certainly get a better picture of what kind of explosive was used by looking at some of the eyewitness testimony. All of this about a blinding white light and a big ball of smoke, a big mushroom cloud of smoke going up underneath a red fireball. Now all of this is very, very interesting indeed. I'm going to finish off this particular clip here today with some remembrance of a very awful, awful night. Well, the Bali bombings were certainly one thing we will never forget. And why exactly should we never forget who did the Bali bombings? Because if we allow this to go unpunished by those who really did the bombings, then we allow them to go right ahead and do the same thing again. And we risk running the risk of having the CIA and Mossad target Australians again. If we do not stop these people from enacting their false flag plans, enacting their false flag operations upon Australian citizens, then they will do so again with impunity and think this time that they can get away with it because they did such a good job last time. Don't be fooled by the Muslim thing. If there really is a Muslim threat to Australia, we would know about it a lot clearer than we are hearing from the media today. The Bali Bombings 2002 was certainly done by terrorists, except they did not wear hijabs. These were terrorists in business suits. These were terrorists from another country, certainly not from Indonesia.